Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Greg. I'm going to go over the cryptocurrency market, more specifically Bitcoin, get an update to that. Um, One thing, I'm going to say this a couple times. I would say that 75, maybe even 80+% of you are not going to get this. I'm going to say something. The markets are not the economy. You can't mesh the two together, if you can believe that. If once you can understand that, you can understand markets a lot better. But 75 to 80% of you won't get it. It'll take you a long time to get that. I used to be like that. I used to think the markets and the economy were together back in the 90s when I was doing it. I was going off the news and the media, trying to do my trades like that. You know what? It didn't work out too well. Oh, this news is coming. I'm going to do a trade. This news is coming. I'm going to exit a trade. And you know what? It didn't work out very well because it doesn't work like that. Remember this. The markets don't go with the economy. The markets are not the economy. Think about that. You have to really do a thought. You have to do a thought experiment for a while. It's not going to click today, but once it clicks, then you'll get it. All right, guys. So here's my Twitter page. You want to follow me? I don't post a lot on Twitter. Well, I do. I guess you could say that I do. I just post setups and things like that for cryptocurrencies. I'm not on there to air my dirty laundry or anything like that, like some of those other guys are, or do posts every 5 minutes. That's just not me. So if you want to check out my Twitter page. So the DXY possibly could have peaked at 110.6 and it might be making its way down. We shall see with it what's going on with the DXY. I don't think it's going to have too much more upside. You have quite a bit of bearish divergence, and I was expecting this fifth wave. Here's the peak of the third wave going up on that fifth wave. I'm expecting the first wave that's over here to be about the same size as the fifth wave. Usually when your third wave is extended, your fifth wave is going to be about the same size as your first wave. That's one of the reasons you can do to check that. Use Fibonacci's to get a target on the DXY over there. And, lots of people are just, they're so afraid to make a bad call. We're in the markets, guys. Think about it. Bad calls are to be expected. You can't get all of them right. Nobody's going to get 100%. Anybody tells you they're doing 100% are lying to you. 60% is really good. 70% is like phenomenal. So 7 out of 10. You get 7 out of 10 correct. That's like really, really good. Like that should be questioned right there. Somebody got 7 out of 10 correct should be questioned. Okay. So anyhow, that's right here, and that's going up. So we shall see. But once the DXY started trending down, there was definitely a serious reversal in the markets, as you can see with Bitcoin, that decided to fly up on the moonshot, take everything out over here. And I have the area that I was talking about yesterday on my video where the correction started over here with Bitcoin, and it came down. And look at the area that Bitcoin. So I come to the bottom down here with the wick, and basically up there, I left out a little bit of the wick. And where did it come to? 786. 78. Where's 786? It's usually a wave two. So it comes down to these areas, somewhere below that 618 and start hitting the 786 or the 886 is more indicative of a wave two correction coming down. And what most people don't realize is that Bitcoin has probably been in a correction since for 38 or 39 days since over here. So, and as I mentioned in previous videos, is that the cryptocurrencies like to do these moves called flats at the end of a wave, just like this. So if you go back, I showed a previous video yesterday. If you go back and look at the video, you'll see that at the end of the third wave, back in February of 2021, what did Bitcoin do? It peaked February, March, and then what did it do in February 2021? It started going down like this, and then after it went down like that for a little bit, it started going up a little bit more, just like that. Went right beyond all-time highs. So it's like 60, 61, and it started creeping up to 64 to $64,000 back then, right? And what did it do? It went bam all the way down to 28, just like so, just like it did right here. And more likely is what it probably did in this scenario, okay? So what's the bearish scenario going to be? They're going to say A, B, and then C. And then it could be coming up for a wave two. You want to be aware of that it could be, if it did end there, it could be coming up to do a wave 2. I don't think so, guys. I think this is the end of the correction, because one is how deep did it retrace. Even if I take this whole leg right here like this, take this whole leg like so, and I go all the way to the top and check that, it's 786. It's almost back down there to 886, guys. So the depth of this correction going this way is more better to see this way, from this top down to here. You'll see it get real close, and real close to the bottom over here is a really good sign of a second wave correction, in my opinion, guys. So it actually looks pretty good. To be expected. So for those that are new to my channel, I'll show you the wave 2. Wave 2, just like what it did over here, are called the oh crap waves. It's because they scare people, and they think the bear market has come back usually. So the markets go through these the phases. They have a chart out there. It tells you it goes through this phase, and then it goes into an unbelief wave, and it does another wave that comes back down. So you have your impulse move off the bottom like so, and then you can have a wave kind of like that. Say this is wave 1, sort of like over here, like that. It goes up, and then it does a correction. And everybody says the bear market's coming back, just like this. Made previous videos like 30, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago. It comes back down like right here. And where does it go to? It'll actually go like right there, kind of like this over here. You see, there it is right there, and then it is right there, and goes like that. And what are the bears and most of the people that want to be right all the time? Which I don't blame them. Everybody wants to be right. That's to be expected, right? They go like, it's right here. See, told you so, told you so. And then what's it do? Boom, it goes back into this wave. It's kind of like this over here. Start going up. And and then the next phase is that you have this third wave, okay? So once this, you see this, the FOMO was going to start to kick in if perhaps this wave over here, it starts getting up over this way, right? So it's going to be up here 26 or 27. The $10,000 or $12,000 Bitcoin people are really going to have some FOMO. And that's where you get this wave right here, the third wave. It starts going up like that, boom, 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 because people start piling in, especially once it gets right past the wave 1. Usually third waves go like this, and then they really start taking off after it gets past that wave 1, because that's when that FOMO kicks in right here for a lot of people. So get past there. So we shall see what's going to happen with Bitcoin. And right now, you just do a logarithmic or a linear Fibonacci target from this wave to here. You're looking at a potential 27,000 to 31,000. So in that area could be a next target for Bitcoin. So I'm not going to be doing a lot of buying a lot of Bitcoin. I bought some over here at 20,000 and 18,200 when it was over here. Well, frankly, if you want to make 3 to 5x by the end of the year, it's not going to be in this. It's not going to be in Bitcoin. Be in other coins I've been showing you, like Quant is a good coin. I looked at ICP. There's other various coins out there that I'm probably not covering that are probably going to do fairly well. But that's where the area it's going to be. And then if you look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, the dominance chart's way down. And then this FOMO wave is going to be probably layer 1, layer 2 altcoin season, where those coins over there are going to be going crazy, in my opinion. You have a really good shot of that. So everything looks good. It went up onto a wave. It has a nice retracement, and it has a nice reaction off the bottom. So that's good. So step 1 is done. Step 2 is done. And now we're just waiting for confirmation of step 3. And if you prefer to wait and you want to be on the safe side, well, then you're going to wait for Bitcoin to break 25,100, and it's up there. You can do that if you prefer. All right. So I go over the overall weekly chart with you guys, give you an overall picture of what's going on here with Bitcoin. And, I'm looking at it from a data point of view, and you can see the weekly RSI came all the way down here, took everything out. I showed that yesterday on Quant. When you have the RSI come all the way down here and take all this out. So it came out and took everything below the 2018 bear market. What does that usually mean? Usually means that it's reset its whole cycle over here, right? To be able to warm itself up to get to do what? Boom, go back up there. And in my opinion, I don't think there's going to be $100,000 Bitcoin. I think my target, my initial is could be 70 to 74, 76,000 or something. It's going to go right beyond all-time highs right here, possibly, and then it's going to have another correction. In my opinion, that's what I think is going to be going on. So you can see with the Bitcoin here, wave 1, 2, probably extended third wave down for that here and then up there. And what will happen down here in the RSI, you'll have something like this, and it's going to come up. Boom, there'll be your fifth wave, just like so. All right. And then what you will have up top here is you'll have your bearish divergence. Okay. You got to be careful in this area, though, this area right here. So you have, a higher, what's divergence? Bearish divergence should be higher in price, but it's going to be lower in the RSI, just like it was over here, guys. So I'll show you. It was like that right here. You had bearish divergence right there, and everybody, some people like other people saying this is the top, and they were right. And you're gonna have the same thing right here. You're gonna have the same thing, and then what's gonna happen? It'll be in this area. It'll be going up, and then people talking about it going to, who knows, 100 to 120 or all these crazy numbers. And this bearish divergence will be sitting in front of their on the chart in their face, and they won't realize that it's peaking out, and then it's going to be a reversal, pretty dramatic reversal too, because it's going to be a cycle. It'll be ending a cycle right here. Bitcoin will be ending this whole cycle right here, guys, more than likely, and it'll be a very dramatic. It'll be like this one, like this right here. So it'll be up there, and it'll be a 80 to 85% drop. Something like that, 75, 80% drop that it'll be doing in those areas. So everything looks pretty good, guys, so far with Bitcoin, based off the data. And I was, looking at the MACD on other charts too, and you get down here, you have a little bit of a bullish cross, that can be a false signal, to be careful of that. But everything looks pretty decent in the area with Bitcoin, guys. If you take a look at this chart, right? I'm looking at this chart with this parallel channel that has on, and this is how I do parallel channels. Those that are new to my channel, you don't include the third wave. Well, you don't have to include the third wave. Excuse me. There's two methods to do it: top of the wave 1 and the top of the third wave. But you can see with this channel, like look at this area right here. You see, it looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? What's this one area look like? It looks like, oh, look at that. See, it looks just like that almost, doesn't it? Right there, right out of the 2018 bear market. Boom. And then right over there, boom. See? And then you go to the top of the wave 1 and then bottom of the wave 2. You find a wave 4, and then you bring it to the top of the wave 1. And the top of wave 1, you see at the top, like that is the third wave peak. That's the third of the third. That's where it hit that channel top. Did a throw over, and it came back down. And look at that, touch, and look in the middle of the channels right there, came back around, touched there. And then you can see through here how this was right on the middle of the channel, right there, touched the bottom of the channel, and then finally broke through, boom, and did throw over. And then in this section too, you can see it's a little bit outside the channel. That's very common. Those are called throw unders. They're called throw unders. It's very common to have a asset come outside the channel in this area and do what's called a throw under and then go back inside the channel. It's actually a very bullish signal. It's a very bullish signal to see if you see some asset, say like Bitcoin or some altcoin, and you have a channel on there and you see this thing come like way over here and then it goes back inside the channel. That's very bullish signal, by the way. Okay, that like lots of people don't mention that. So everything looks pretty good, guys. Just want to give you my update on Bitcoin and what's going on with it. And like I said, if you want to be making like your 3 to 5x or, multiple X's per se, by the end of the year, it won't be in this. It won't be in this. It'll be in the altcoins. And obviously everybody knows that watches this channel. I'm sure that you know that. All right, guys, that's the end of my video. Made it all the way to the end. Do me a huge favor. Drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Peace.